I got royalty inside my DNA. I got peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. 死んだ天性 I was born in this is wild. Immaculate conception, I just never perform like this without you. One new weapon, I know
Hey guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. This is a what if series and I'll be doing more down the road. Plus Ultra! Hey guys, and welcome to What If Esdeath was the mother of Baki. So basically what I'm doing with this what if is that I'm putting Esdeath in the world of Baki. And there's a few alterations to her costume is going to be changed. Her hair is not going to be as long as you see in the anime, well, in this picture right here. It's kind of going to be shoulder length. She's not going to be dressed in her whole Imperial Guard outfit. It's going to be something similar but akin to her, like, dress attire. She's going to be wearing, like, these white pants. Well, not pants, more like very flexible. Something similar to what Yujiro is wearing, but more, like, tighter, like, for a female, you feel me? And her shoes possibly are going to be the same, but they're going to be more keen to like fighting. They're not going to be as, I mean, her heels were keen to fighting, so yeah, her shoes will be more keen to fighting and everything, and let's just make it more suitable for Baki. She's going to be wearing normal shoes, not heels. Or in the aspect, I don't have to take those away. She can wear those heels, but they just wouldn't be in the Imperial Guard form that they is right now. Also, she wouldn't have the whole hat thing. It would just be her normal head. That's it. Why did I do that? Because the hat would get into the way of what I'm trying to reveal. Anyway. So, as for that, now, this one right here, this anime right here, Baki, is something I've been watching and studying upon. It's probably one of my favorite animes, upon from all the other YouTubers out there. I have not ever seen anyone do an Esdeath What If. And I actually put her in Baki. Yeah, I like Esdeath, so I would like to see how she would grow. And this is my take of how she would grow in the world of Baki. So I hope you guys enjoy this fanfic. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to be releasing more videos out in the future, I swear. But it's just like my old series. I got stumped with some of them, but they're coming. The final parts to those series are coming. I've also heard a lot of comments about people and expecting What If Madara and everything is coming. It's coming, and I also want to keep the channel fresh. I got a lot of what ifs, but I also want to keep the channel fresh because I don't also want to be just giving you guys dry content, something that you guys expecting over and over again. I got a lot of what ifs that I need to finish. I guess I know that. But at the same time, I do enjoy posting. I do enjoy doing things that I like, and the videos that I like, if you might not see those for a while, it's because I got stumped on them, or it's some ones that I possibly might have forgot about. Yes, so I have to get back into those. But as for that, let's continue. Let's just get into the story. So Baki was getting ready. He was doing his push-ups, sit-ups, crunch, just getting ready, just working out and everything. And this is where a whole bunch of street thugs will be just out in the middle of nowhere. They're just ready to beat the shit out of a kid who thinks they can take 100 street thugs. We see that most of these guys are armed with baseball bat, crowbars, knives, brass knuckles, chains, you name it. They got everything. And then all of a sudden you see Baki walking. Now, Baki's appearance is going to be slightly different. His hair is not going to be it's going to be like a magenta color. Because I searched up, when you mix red with blue, it makes a kind of magenta color. And yeah, so his hair is going to be more of like a magenta style. But anyway, that's going to be subject to change once we get further along in the story. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. Let's get back into the story. So as Baki's walking, the thugs could feel the emanating aura from this 13-year-old boy. Now, Baki would just stop where he's at. And he said, I'm here. I assume it's 100 of you guys. Give or take a few. This will be a piece of cake. Now, the thugs look at Baki and they circle around him and say, you really think this is going to be a piece of cake? There's 100 of us. And Baki said, yeah, I know. 100 of you. Just like I said, this will be a piece of cake. Before you know it, Baki just instantly cheap shotted another, kicked the guy dead in his nuts, and he falls to the ground. Now this presumed this initiates the rest of the goon gang to attack Baki. Now as Baki is just dropping each one of them, laying a kick to a jaw, or a punch to the stomach, or a devastating blow to a guy's temple, Baki is doing it all. He's taking at least 25 people down in an instant. Now, the rest of them are shocked. They don't know what to do. They're not moving right now. And Baki just looks around and says, do you guys want to continue? I can name at least 5 of you. See, this guy's pissed himself. That guy over there is shaking, just shaking all over. This guy is contemplating about his whole life right now, whether he should attack or not. This guy over there is just basically stuck. He's just in a phase. He just doesn't know what happened. And this guy is scared shitless. Right now, he's thinking he should just run away. Now, this is where all the thugs would just be scared that this 13-year-old boy is just sitting here talking to them like that. And a few of you guys saying, boy, Baki seems a lot like himself in his 18-year-old phase. More likely than so. It's going to be like that throughout it. I mean, he's not going to be as rowdy as he was when the anime started. That's not going to be him. It's going to be a little bit more because now Maki has his mother and father in his life. And yeah, let's continue on because now I just ran off on another tangent. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so the rest of the thugs run away, basically admitting defeat. So Baki just single-handedly took down at least 45 of the thugs, at least 45, and the rest ran away due to his intimidating aura. Now, for that, Baki basically meets with the police and everything, and he wonders why they're following him and spying on him. Anyway, let's continue on to the next one. So, Baki then stumbles up on the gym, and he sees this boxer named Yuri Chokowski. Now, this boxer is incredibly strong and incredibly good at what he does. But Baki sees this and he challenges the guy. Now, the same thing happened in usual, only with a different change to it. Now, when Yuri Chokowski did his whole punch when he hit Baki, instead of that doing what it did in Ken, knocking Baki out, and it would activate his endorphins only for a brief second. Baki would feel this whole rush over his body. Then he would uppercut Yuri Chokowski dead in his chin and then punch him with a devastating right hook and send him into the ropes. Now Yuri would get back up wide-eyed about this and Baki wouldn't even know what just happened. Now Yuri would then try to do the same attack that he did, only this time Baki would dodge it. Now this is where the battle would continue on to where Baki is dodging most of Yuri's blows, saying that he looks slower, he looks really slower. Now, for some of you saying that I might have skipped a good part. Baki, he didn't trash the whole play. He didn't trash the whole, facility and everything. He just kindly thanked the people for his time. He told them this: I thank you guys for your time. You have been a great help in my growth, but this is where our journey must end. I will not get stronger if I'm here playing games with you guys. Sure, I can stand here and work out. Sure, you can monitor my heart rate. Sure, you can do everything else that you are asked and told to do because my mother is paying you. You also know that my mother is the one I'm trying to defeat. My mother and father. So this won't do. I cannot stay here any longer. Baki would bow at the people before he says goodbye. Now, with that, let's get back to where we left off. Now, Baki would be battling against Yuri Chokowski, and this would be Yuri Chokowski does some kind of strong-ass move and hits Baki directly in the stomach, causing Baki to go unconscious. He hits Baki so hard in the stomach to cause Baki to go unconscious. And this is where Yuri Chokowski is breathing heavily. This was a very long battle. This battle went on for at least 6 hours. 6 hours long. Now, with that, let's continue on. Baki has just lost. He just woke up. Yuri is gone. He went to his match and everything, but he left Baki a note saying that was a good match. He hoped to do it again sometime. And this is where most of the guys saying, you okay, kid? That was a good match. Baki would slap the guy's hand away like he did in Canon, and he would run saying that he's never lost a fight, and this would be very hurting to Baki. Like, very hurting to Baki. Now, this is where Baki runs home, and the officer is there. But not just the officer. His mother is in the corner, too. I heard, well, my resources tell me that you've lost a fight against a boxer. Is that so, Baki? Now, Baki would be just standing still. He feels this strong, intimidating aura in the same room with him as his mother comes from out the shadows in his apartment, and she is standing, Esdeath, Hanma. She took after the last name of her husband, Yujiro Hanma. Yes, Yujiro and Esdeath in this one are married. Yujiro married Esdeath due to her strong nature. And we're going to get more into how these two became hard, but Yujiro has a strong love for Esdeath just like she has a strong love for Yujiro. Out of a fighting aspect for warriors and out of a lover's aspect. Both. Now let's get back into the story. Now, there stands his mother. What are you doing here? Esdeath would say, I just came to visit my son. And I want to see my child's growth. I want to see how you're developing and how strong you are getting. I also want to understand how you lost against a boxer. But I'm pretty sure you have your reasons. Anyway, I just came here to give you motivation. Now, Esdeath hugs Baki, and then she walks out and tells Baki, you need to become very, very, very strong. Because I look forward into fighting you someday, my son. Esdeath had this very demonic look in her eyes as she just walked off. Got in her limo and drove off. Now, Baki then goes to the mountains and he trains with, Andu. But mainly why Baki is there is that he wants to fight the Yasha Ape. His mother has fought at least 4 of those things, and so has his father. And basically from what Andu has told them is that both of them had an intensifying fight with those Yasha Apes, and they came out unscathed. But even for them, that was a gruesome battle for those two. Anyway, Baki doubts it because the way it sounds is that they did have a gruesome battle, but the victor still stands at the tall. So it still declared that they're still the strongest. So Baki is thinking that he has to defeat one of them to be on his parents' level. And everything happens is just as it did in canon, with Baki falling off the cliff, activating his endorphins, Baki fighting the Yasha Ape. And it wouldn't be so one-sided as it did in canon. Baki wouldn't come out that it would be a battle, but this is where Baki would activate his imagination style. And this is where Baki would be training. While he's training more so, while his time with Andu, he would practice going against the Yasha Ape through imagination style. And this is the first time that Baki's used this, and this is the first time that he used it at that level. Now, when Baki imagined a Yasha Ape from fighting it once, he imagined it, and same as he did with Retsu, how when he did his imagination style, he would have the same kind of outfit. I mean, it wouldn't be that bloody, but it would be devastating. Baki, like, his imagination hits. Anyway, so as that continues on, Baki's battle with the Yasha Ape wouldn't be that one-sided or be that hard for him to defeat the monster. Now, once he did, Andu would be surprised that just a 13-year-old boy managed to defeat an ape like that. That is impressive. Far more impressive than anything he's ever seen. But he also seen, basically Yujiro and Esdeath take down at least 4 of those things. So it's not surprising that this child can do the same thing. Now, the Yasha Ape becomes friends with Baki, and Baki says his goodbyes to Andu, and then he makes his way back to this, basically, his home. This is where he learns that Yuri Chokowski is heading for the title, and basically that's it. So he sits with his mother, and the both of them starts to basically conversate or talk with each other. They're having dinner. Now, Esdeath basically looks at Baki, and she examines his body. And says, Baki, you managed to get a little bigger than normal. you got a lot of muscle growth on you. Are you ready to challenge me? Now, for you perverts out there, bigger as in muscles, that part right there. I know it's a lot of you perverts out there, but basically, Baki has gained a lot of muscle. That put it that way. Let's just say that. Perverts, stop thinking nasty. Anyway, so as Esdeath is looking, her muscles. Well, basically, this is gonna be like tense. It's not gonna be like gross in the fact that she's big as Yujiro or something like that. No, you see the veins growing in Esdeath's arm as she looks at Baki with a very evil glare. Now Baki stands up out this and jumps back in an instant as Esdeath throws a kick that cuts the chair in half. And this is where she says, "Impressive. You did get strong. Because if you didn't, impressive. Because if you didn't dodge that, you would have been dead. You are getting stronger." Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I promise you I'm being more consistent, but I just been working on this, taking more time with it, trying to basically build a story around an anime that I like Baki. So I wanted to give you guys something fresh. Also, I'm going to be getting back to what if Naruto was Minato's reincarnation and stuff like that. What if Luffy had the Guru no Mi? What if Madara was in Akime got killed? All that stuff you guys going to see. I promise you. Anyway, you guys have a good day, a good night, and plus ultra good night, guys.
君の虜になってしまう